like oh, there we go.
Oh, the lovely home chaos. Isn't that great? How's your week been so far?
Good. Chaotic, but good.
Yeah. How's the homeschooling, schooling from home, distance learning thing going? Do you have kids that are in school?
Yeah, they just went back today. Well, my 4-year-old went back to daycare today.
Okay.
Yeah. So we homeschooled anyway, so it's nothing exciting.
Good.
Just weekly check-ins with Logos. So.
Yeah. We have four kids. They're all teenagers. 2 of them are out of the house already, and our 2 younger teenagers are doing homeschooling, sort of.
Yeah.
One of them is at a charter school here in Eagle Point, and the other one is he's in high school, but he's doing distance learning. So
yeah,
not too much of an adjustment for us either. There's Carissa. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep. I'm gonna give people about 5 minutes to kind of just log in. So we're just chatting, seeing how your day's going, how your week's going, how's life going? Chaotic, terrible.
Yeah. Oh, it's my birthday tomorrow.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday. You're gonna be 29 again, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I was 30 for 5 years because my husband just turned 30. So 30 until he was.
My husband says you're 30 until you're 40, and then you're 40 till you're 50. So it's in like 10-year increments. So
yeah, I was thinking about doing 5 years because I just don't know that I could keep track of where I'm at.
Just round down, round up, whatever. What are you gonna do for your birthday? Anything exciting?
I think my mom's gonna take the kids, and then we're gonna go to a restaurant somewhere. I was thinking the Wharf.
Okay.
I haven't been there in all year, so I haven't gone out all year.
Yep.
You mean McDonald's doesn't count?
McDonald's drive-thru doesn't count.
Yeah, Walmart pickup. That's Oh.
Living large there.
Yeah.
I know we have one person that said they weren't going to be here today, but I didn't hear from anybody else. So we'll just see. And I don't really have to technically take attendance. Exactly. I didn't need to, so I'm not going to worry about it. There's Amy.
You want to say hi?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Mommy is learning to sign better.
Yeah, she's been.
No, that's us. We don't need to see a big face of us.
Hi, Amy.
Hi, I'm actually Ellie. I'm just on someone else's
Oh,
side.
hi, Ellie. I thought you looked like you could be related, but not her, so. So you weren't here last week, is that correct? I mean, the first time this week? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Still waiting a few more minutes for people to log on.
Yeah, Mom's coming from South, so she'll probably be on in a few minutes.
Okay. How is your week so far? Is it Ellie, right? You said?
Yeah. Good. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
How about you?
Where are you guys at? Where do you live?
We live in Talent.
Okay. How are things for the fire for you guys?
They're okay. We live like a block away from house is okay, so we feel very fortunate.
Good.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm gonna turn my phone off so it's not dinging in our ears. So what do you guys think of well, I guess Ellie, did you get a chance to look at the lessons on the website yet? Have you kind of just browsed and checked them out yet?
Yeah, I was able to do like watched the YouTube ones for the previous.
Or the life print with Dr. Vickers? Okay. So yeah, if you guys want to pull those up, if you have access to on your device, if you can have Google Meet open and be able to pull up like a separate window with the lesson of the website where you registered, it has the lessons on the bottom. Oh, your video went off, which is fine. We'll have to, if you're on a phone, it probably won't allow you to look up other things. Plus, you have your video on. Are you on a phone, like an iPhone?
I'm on an iPad.
Oh, iPad. Yeah, it might do the same thing. I don't know.
I can pull it up on my phone and look.
True. Or you could swap and get on Google Meet on your phone and then pull up an iPad if it's easier to more space to look at the lesson. That might be better, user friendly. Mom has to do everything. Mom, do this. Mom, do that.
It's just like, I don't care if you have the whole soda or not. Just go away.
Shelly's getting messages in here. Does she know is she getting them outside too?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'll go out.
Wait. Oh, I was gonna say one more minute, but it's 5 after. So if we get people joining late, that's
Yeah, Mom said she's on the way, but she'll be a little late. So
that's fine. I don't want to waste you guys' time too much. So, all right. So if you're able to pull up the lesson, let me know. Are you guys able to pull up the lesson on a separate device or on your own device? You can see it, so we can look at it. Great. I'm gonna minimize it. Pull up mine over here so we can look at it. So just to review, let's just have everybody just do we'll do our quick review. It'll be our introduction. You just say hi, introduce yourself. My name is, and sign. And then tell me maybe where you live, or something about yourself. And if you don't know the signs for it, you don't have to sign it, or you can just sign whatever you do know and then just kind of mess with it a little bit. I'll start. And then, you guys can have your voice on or voice off. It's your preference. Most of you, if you have a deaf family member or somebody, close relative that you are associating with, you all often talk and sign at the same time because you've got hearing people around at the same time as deaf people. So it's whatever you're comfortable with. So let's see. Did you guys get the second part of what I said?
I was looking away at my daughter who does not comprehend school.
That's fine.
I see it as I fix house.
Okay.
But I don't think that's what you're
This is
referring to.
what I signed.
I fix house. I think it means teacher.
I don't know what this was.
Yeah.
This? Good guess though. I'm glad that you guys are looking and thinking. So I'm an interpreter. This is how you sign interpreter.
Oh.
Sign language interpreter. They don't always say, or they say ASL interpreter, but that's my job. That's what I do every day. So interpreter. This is a person modifier. So you might do this with like teach and teacher. Okay, so you got the person part. Recognize this part from teacher. Okay,
Yeah.
so that part's right. So this is the verb, and this is the verb plus the noun modifier makes that become a noun.
And what is fix? What is the sign?
Fix is close.
Okay.
Interpret. It's kind of like one stays and one moves, and I've seen, like, so interpreter. So here's the action plus the modifier becomes and then teacher, interpreter. So there you get a little bit of language lesson thrown in there, plus a new vocab word. Okay, who wants to go next? Okay, go ahead. Okay, what was the last thing that you said? You're what?
I don't know. I do. Is this still do?
Do. Or do. Oh, okay. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm letting somebody in. Did you guys get that? Massage, right?
Yes.
You do? Massage. Yep.
Yeah, I do massage.
Jackie, there's Jackie.
I use my hands. A lot. Hands. Yes.
Hi, Jackie. We're introducing ourselves. We're practicing. We're signing my name and then spelling it, showing us a sign name if you have it, and then saying like one thing that you do, like your job or something about yourself. And you can sign or you can not sign. It's up to you. So.
I'll do it, but also my daughter is listening to cartoons. I just want to make sure that it's not feeding in. You're not hearing it.
You can't hear.
Yeah.
Okay. My name is. For work, I make books.
You make books, so you write books? Or?
Yeah, I write books. That was the missing.
So you are an author. You are a writer, a person who writes. So writer. Nice. Okay, Jackie, sure, go ahead.
Okay. My name is Jackie. And I teach.
You teach?
Teach math.
Math. Okay, so this is time for like figure to
Yeah.
do that. Or also multiply. So you just put M's, geometry, algebra, math.
Okay. Oh, show me algebra again. Was it algebra?
With A's. Yeah.
Algebra. That's right. That's right.
Yep. Some initialization in there with some again, going from English to ASL.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Last but not least.
My name's
Biologist. So this is biology. B's, this is science, like you're pouring like, liquids like chemistry. So this is B for biology, C for chemistry.
Oh, cool. Okay.
For, like this, not quite an S, but science in general. Okay. So you are a biologist. You are a person who does biology.
Yeah. So I'm a
just person.
bird biologist.
Yeah. Cool. And last week we talked about how or why you're taking this sign language class. And since you're new to this week, to these people that are here, can you tell us? You don't have to sign it. You can if you want to, if you know the signs, but you can just tell us why you're taking the class.
Sure. My baby is deaf.
Okay. Yay. That's exciting. What's his name?
Harrison.
Harrison. Nice. Fun. Okay, so your baby's what?
My baby is deaf too.
Oh, 2. This is okay. 2 means also. This is 2 as in you're going to the store. So different sign, right?
yeah. So
English doesn't differentiate. English science does not differentiate between the concept, like they say like and like. Those are 2 different concepts, same English word, but they sign the same thing for the same word, which is very confusing. So yeah, 2 or same.
yes.
Like if you said, "Oh, I love that too," same, right?
Well, my baby, same.
Deaf, same.
Deaf baby.
Awesome.
No, but isn't that similar instead
Similar.
of same?
Well, doesn't same mean similar? Doesn't similar mean same?
Well, I guess being that I live in words, same meaning identical, versus similar meaning they're kind of the same.
So yeah, so I guess it would be similar would be like sort of the same.
Mhm.
So like yeah, same would be closer to being like exactly
the same.
Yes, more like identical. Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure I was understanding.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good differentiation. And I think it would just depend on the context of like what you were signing and how you were interpreting whether you would choose it. But yeah.
I would just like to say that this is like the brainiest Zoom I've ever been in. We've got a licensed massage therapist, we've got a biologist, we've got a professor, and we've got an author.
Yeah.
We hang out with teachers all day.
Yeah. Well, yay.
Pretty cool. We've got some high-end people here. So that's
We masquerade.
You guys can challenge everything I say as much as you want. I don't even care. So
Okay, so what is this one? What would this be?
that's a signed exact English for 2.
Yeah.
oh, like
Oh.
2, like you're going to the store, or the number 2?
And then also.
So,
Also.
Huh?
So.
oh, this is like 2 also. Yeah, 2 is this one.
Yeah. Okay.
2.
And I knew that was SEE. I just remembered when I learned it. They told us that.
Yeah.
Huh. I haven't seen that one. That's a new one for me. For I don't know all of the signed exact English signs.
They're-
I haven't
They're
exposed
very big on trying to straighten out homonyms.
Oh, okay. So they're adding new signs to give differentiation.
Yeah, and that's and
Okay.
the reasoning for signed exact English, of course, was that kids growing up learning ASL were not passing their writing tests and things like that.
Mhm.
So they were trying to give them better writing and English skills. So
Back in the early 90s.
That's great. Signed exact English is a great tool for helping deaf kids to learn the written and spoken English. I am not one of those people that, is like, deaf power and ASL all the way. I believe that access to language on any platform is the best way to educate a deaf kid. So, so kudos to you guys. ASL. All right. So, this week's lesson. So Ellie, you're fairly proficient with. You've got the the alphabet, right? You can sign the alphabet. And then last week we basically just learned how to we had a kind of some technical difficulties, and then about 10, 15 minutes into the class, and then we got like a small second, and then we got to know each other, and then we had a small section of actually going into the lesson. Okay. So we talked about, learned how to say what's your name, and my name is, and how to fingerspell. And that was basically it. And then I encouraged them to go through that first lesson and start reviewing. So if you guys can if you're able to look at the lessons, I kind of introduced the lesson itself. I introduced the structure of the lesson. There's lesson objectives, so it gives you kind of a good idea of where you should be at in the lesson, all the things you should be able to do by the end of that lesson. And then there's the video on the right where he goes through and he shows you all of the vocab that's going to be the content for that particular lesson. He demonstrates how to sign it and is showing the student how to do it. Kind of an individual little tutoring session. It's pretty cool. Then they have the vocabulary list, and you can click on those, and it'll give you the. I think you can even click on them, and it gives you the individual.
Yeah.
Yep, it goes right to the link of the individual video just of that sign. And sometimes there's explanations about the sign. And multiple words that go with that sign concept. So remember, we're talking about ASL, we're talking about grammar, and that signs with concepts, not a sign for each word. Some of the myths and just general culture we talked about. Did we talk about how sign language is not a universal language, right? Not everyone in the world that's deaf uses the same sign language.
Yeah. ESL and BSL as well, I think. Those
Yep.
are the two.
French Sign Language, there's Native American Sign Language, every single, and there's even dialects and different signs within the United States of different places where you go. There is not a sign for every single word. If a word doesn't have a sign, you fingerspell it. You also fingerspell for emphasis. That's another, part of the language. They will sometimes spell a word that has a sign, but they want to spell it. It's like putting something in bold or making a point. It's their grammatical way of saying something like cat, C-A-T, cat, the cat. And they'll fingerspell simple words like that already have a sign. So that's just a little tidbit about that. Then trying to think if there's any other myths about you guys might not know. And I think with having family members who are deaf, most of you, right, have a family member that's deaf. You're probably in the deaf culture a little bit, so you're starting to get exposure to that. Have you guys had that exposure with maybe other deaf adults or other parents who have deaf children, or have you guys had any of that exposure yet? Nope, you're shaking your head. And Ellie, no, not yet.
Yeah, not yet. Just started to join the Hands and Voices stuff, but it's just all like Facebook for now because there's no
hanging out.
Yeah, so no, really.
There's no mom baby groups.
Yeah.
There should be. You guys should start one.
We'd have to do it by Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Because obviously there's this big, huge world that you're, going to start to explore because you have a child, with a hearing loss. And so it's going to open up a whole lot of, new avenues and things that you have to look into. And obviously you're taking the first step, which is communication with the child. Yes, go ahead.
I was just going to say, can I share a Facebook group that's specifically parents of deaf kids? And it's all about sign language and the community and the culture. And it's been hugely helpful to me because I was, of course, lost. I don't know.
Yeah. Can you put that in the chat?
Yes, I can. If I can.
And then they can. Yeah, I'm recording it too. And if you guys, I'm recording this class. So if there's ever you want to go back and have this class as a reference, I can save the recording and send you a link to the recording so you can go back and look at it. You can review what we talked about in reference to the lesson too. So FYI, I forgot to tell you guys that since you were joining that we are recording this. So
Not present now. No, wrong button.
nope, just chat at the bottom.
That's not my computer. So.
Okay. While she is doing that, yeah, I saw it. I just
Second week is a better one.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks for sharing that. That's great. I'm sure that Ellie and is anybody else who has a deaf child besides you and Kristen? Ellie, is it just you two? Yeah.
Mine is hard of hearing, so
My sister is, so technically.
Yeah. So yeah, a deaf family member, but yeah. Well, new baby. I guess I was thinking like new baby too, like just getting into.
It's my baby, her grandbaby.
Okay.
And her sister, my stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So your child and your sister both are deaf?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's
Both
good.
my-
I'm trying to keep track of everybody's people
and,
here.
and not genetically, it's both by childhood trauma, I guess, is lack of
Sickness. Huh. Interesting. Okay. What about yours? Your little boy, right? Ellie, you said your son?
Yeah, we aren't really sure, why he's deaf. We don't have anyone else in our family who is deaf,
Mhm.
hard of hearing. He has some other medical conditions as well, but
Okay.
yeah, we've done genetic testing and nothing's really come of it. So
How old is Harrison?
he is he just turned a year.
Aw.
Yeah.
Ginger.
Nice.
So halfway
You should all trade Facebook.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go find I've got the link saved up here, so I'll find that.
Oh, that's good.
Awesome. So we're talking about family today. So this lesson's perfect for this. So I wanted to go through, I'm just going to go through the vocab list really quick. And then I want to talk about, and some of these you might already know a lot of these signs. So if we don't know them, and you want me to go back and go show them, we're just going to kind of go through each one and practice them together. And then if there's any of the ones that you don't really know or it's kind of new, we can go back and look at those. And then I want to just practice putting some sentences together with some of those words, practicing those down in the practice. So if you have it pulled up, it's under vocabulary. So first
Sorry.
one, girl.
2 or 3, sorry.
Sorry, we are on lesson 2.
Oh, okay. 1 off.
Do you need those links, Ellie?
I got it. Yeah. Thank you.
I clicked that one.
Oops. Chris is having technical difficulties. I think you're frozen, just so you know if you can hear us. Okay, so first sign is girl. Thumb down the chin, bonnet string, girl. There you go. You're back now, Krissa.
No, I'm sorry. I had a phone call from my doctor and I'm having
No.
big medical problems, so had to
No,
take it.
I understand. That's fine. So I was going to go through the list really quick, and then if there's ones you want me to show you again or you have questions about it, we'll pause. But I think you might know a good bit of these signs already. Okay,
Are we
so
on lesson 2 then?
yes, we are on lesson 2. Yep. Girl, next one down. Boy, baseball cap. Most of the male signs are up here. All the female signs are down here. Brother is boy, same. That's where the sign comes from. So they drop it. So it's like boy, and then you drop like this point of top of the other one.
Brother.
And I've seen this one too. I've seen this. I've seen this. It depends on kind of old school versus newer, more modern. And then sister would be sister, same. So brother, sister. So run it down the chin and then pop it under your hand. Brother, sister. Child is like you're patting him on the head.
Looks like a basketball in the.
Just one. Children is multiple, so you do that's a bunch of basketballs.
Yeah.
The whole team.
Baby already did that one. That's not even on the list, but okay, mom, dad's up here, male up here, female down here. Grandma is double mom, so grandpa. I was thinking grandma and signing grandpa. Using myself. All right, so mom.
Just so you know, so talk about deaf culture. We started off doing grandpa and grandma, and I would, as I met deaf adults throughout Grace's life, her sister, some of them would get like, no, you don't say grandpa, you just say grandpa. And I said, wait, right. I taught grandpa. No, you just
straight out bounce, or even double-handed.
Yeah. So I'm glad you signed it like that, because I've literally been chewed out by a deaf person for doing the bounce when they said, no, you're just supposed to go straight up. Right. It's intimidating.
I can't say that I've seen that one either, but it makes sense. I'm sure that's a deaf signer adoption thing.
All around the United States, and it's definitely regional. So sorry for
sure. Grandma, grandpa, okay, mom, dad, brother, sister. Why do they have mom and dad are not even like next to each other? It's down and below.
Alphabetical?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the list like that. And sister's like all the way at the bottom. Oh,
it's alphabetical.
No, it's not even alphabetical. He's got girl, boy, brother, child, dad.
First order alphabetical.
Okay. Okay, this isn't in here, but sign for family. We talked about ASL. This is the kind of generic sign for group, and you can throw quite a bit of things in there. G for group, F for family, C for class.
Wait, I'm doing it backwards. I'm watching you and I'm doing it backwards.
So put your palms out and then put them around and then put your pinkies together.
Yes.
There you go. So family. Hey, okay. Hey, like if you want to get somebody's attention. Hey, you.
Yeah, I was practicing that earlier and my 7-year-old was like, what are you doing? Hey, pay attention. Hey. She was not happy about it.
Well, I find as the one with kind of an older deaf person in the, because I mean, your two are babies. I find I do that a lot when she doesn't have her hearing aids on and I need her attention. And it's a, hey, you.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cultural thing. It's actually a deaf culture. He talked about in his video, is it, because somebody had a question in the one thing below, is it okay to say their name until they look at you? Like, it's not the same. Like, it'd be like, you could yell if you're a hearing person, mom, until they pay attention, right? But deaf person, you have to bang on the table, or you have to tap them, or you have to get their visual attention. And then when they look at you, you can sign. So again, just deaf culture, things that we just are a hearing brain, we just don't think that way. So, yep, hey, to get their attention. How? Oh, we did the question words. You guys remember the question words from last week? We did what? What's your name? And how? Like, how are you? Or how? He does it like this too. How?
That's the one I remember.
How?
Yeah. How? We're learning how, and also how many. This is how many. Like, how many kids do you have? How many of something, like an amount? How many?
When they get into math class, this becomes very important. The only sign I like that's so ingrained.
How many? Oh,
we skipped have.
Yep, I just went back up. I'm like, we need to say have. Have. This is the English version. Have, had, have. Just drop the initialization, same sign.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the difference then? Because there's so many that go to your shoulders. Because I'm thinking like tired, have, animal is up and down. Okay, so I'm not getting them mixed up.
It's all movement. So obviously, same hand shape. We talked about the components of what makes a sign, right? Hand shape, orientation, like is it palm down, palm up, sideways orientation, and then movement. What are you doing with the sign? Are you wiggling? Are you going like this? Are you going in a circle? Is it synchronous? Is it opposite movement? What movement is it doing? And then placement. Where is it on your body? Is it up here, 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 here? And then the other component is whether you add facial expressions, body language, other things to the sign to change the meaning of the word itself. So you've got this same sign happening right here. When you do like this, it's have. When you go like this and drop your hands, it's tired. When you go like this and you go in and out, it's animal. So you have 3 signs right there, 3 separate signs with the same hand shape, same placement, different movement. So you have things that are the same. The one thing that's different is the movement. And all of a sudden, you've changed the sign and the meaning. Especially
when you throw the expression in for tired.
It's a tired
animal.
Exactly. For sure. It's how we feel on Monday morning and Friday. Okay. All right. So when we skip divorce too, so this is D's together and then you go out, like you divide divorce. Of course, would be the opposite of marriage, which would be coming together.
And it's where like husband, wife.
Yes, where husband and wife comes from. So boy, marry, girl, marry.
It's just hard to sign with my helper.
That's fine. No worries. Okay, next down after how many? Live or live. You can do else.
Okay.
That's fine. For life and live, but this is more ASL. But
Yeah.
the address too. So where do you live? You live where?
Oh yeah. Okay.
Okay. Alive, live, life. survive. It's all similar concepts. Marriage, mom, parents, mom, dad. I've also seen English parents. That's more of an older one. It depends on whether they're more English-based learning parents. You just drop the P, it's mom and dad. Dad and mom, mom and dad. I mostly do dad and mom first, but I think that's just male first, female second culture. It's just kind of adapted along. Okay, I think we did deaf. Last time we talked about whether it was deaf or deaf. So it is pointer finger. And I actually saw just today or the other day, I was watching a YouTube video. They have a deaf guy that signs and does news, which is called Daily Moth, which if you guys, I can give you the link in this if you want to have something fun to watch, like you want to watch the news, because he captions it. So then you can see what he's signing. You can see the pictures and see what's going on, and you can see what the actual words are. So then you will learn lots of signs that way. And he's very clear, very concise, very slow, very methodical about how he signs, and his signs are very clean and very good to understand. You know, a lot of good stuff. So I'm going to let's see.
You said he captions it. Is it then in the order of ASL, not in
ASL in the order it captions in English? Yes. So then you can see how he's signing it compared to what the actual transcript of the news is that he's choosing to say. Here's chat. So it is www.dailymoth.com. I think it's a YouTube video. So, but I think if you type that in, you might find it. So.
Yeah, it pops right up.
Good.
Hey, there it is.
Yeah, that's a good recommendation for a fun side learning tool, which I love. It's great practicing for me to watch a deaf person so I can turn off the captioning and practice, you know, my receptive skills to practice doing voicing and stuff, what I need as an interpreter. Okay, so then we have,
single.
Single. Alone. You are alone. You are single. It can also be, I think it's more like this. So single.
I've seen it that way, yeah.
Video instead of just
on the video. That's what it was. I had to look it up because I was like, well, I don't know.
Yeah, is alone or someone or just or only or something. But I've seen this for single like too. So that's the one that I learned, which is it might be a different regional sign. So that's interesting.
Okay.
So the sign for spell is just going like this, wiggling your fingers. Spell it. And then work, what you do for your job. So this part of your hand, your fingers and palm are on the back of your thumb. Right hand, left hand.
So that's job, career.
What's the work or job? This is more like you can assign for like career. What field are you in? What's your career? What's your major? The college. That's the concept that goes with that. So I've seen that one interchangeable, but this is the most common one for work.
What is work? The verb. Like I'm work.
Same noun, verb, same sign.
Ooh, we've been doing that one wrong.
What have you? I've seen job, J-O-B.
No, we just extended it over the wrist quite a bit. So it's trying to show the camera.
Together. That's what I thought it was.
Because it's still on the top part of the wrist. We were just doing, and I'm sure we just misinterpreted, you know, the pictures or whatever. So
yeah,
we'll work on
just on the back of the hand. Yeah.
Back of the hand. Okay.
Think of it like, you know, like you're tied up
like
at work.
You're pounding on something.
It's like handcuffs.
That's actually, yeah, backwards handcuffs, slave, yeah. All right. I think we talked last week about pronouns. You just point. They don't do. I mean, there's he, she. I've seen boy point, girl point, but usually they just point. Sometimes you can point to a person classifier and point as if you're talking about a specific person, but it's called indexing when you just use your index finger to point to a specific thing. It can be it, he or she. And then, so for all of the pronouns, they're one pointer finger. So you can think pronoun, pointer finger, me, you, he, she, it, they, us, we. So no distinction between us and we. It's not we, W with an S and you with an S. It's just pointer finger. Us, we.
I think there was one that was different. Was it
You, all of you. You.
our? Was that the one that was he was doing?
That's possessive. So we're gonna do your pronouns first. So you've got me, you, all of you, us. So left or right chest, right shoulder, left, scoop down and go to the left one. And then they is kind of like a circle, kind of like you're just pointing to kind of a specific group of people. So it's not they, unless you're kind of maybe talking about a whole, thing in general. But usually it's kind of like they in a circle. Yeah. So cool. All you do for possessive is flat hand. So think of it, this is a good way to remember which one is which. So it's not me, it's mine. So you want all of it. You want all of your fingers. It's mine. Okay. It's possessive. So it wants everything, right? So mine, yours. So take that same pronoun and just make it flat handed. Mine, yours, like yours as in all of you, or theirs, right? Ours.
That's what I was trying to think of. Okay. Doing it backwards again.
Yep. Okay, how are we doing on time? We're doing great. Okay. So we did girl. Let's go down through the list really quick, and that way if we missed anything, and then if you guys have any questions about any of those, stop me. Okay. So girl, boy, brother, sister, child, dad, divorce, grandma or grandpa, have, hey, how or how many, live, it's also life and address, and you can also do this too with the A hands. Marriage, husband, wife, married, or also he's saying spouse. Like if you're going to sign spouse and you're talking to the female, you'd say husband. So you'd have to kind of do a little bit of thinking right there. There is no there's no specific sign for spouse, but if you're talking to a woman, their spouse could, well, these days it could be also a woman, but they say life partner too. So I don't want to get too technical about it, but basically you would, if it's obvious, right, you could say your husband or your wife, right? And you would have to know that person that you were signing for. You'd have to know them a little bit to be able to know which one to use in that case. And then the actual marriage, like the marriage ceremony, like the actual event, I've seen this, like the marriage of so-and-so and so-and-so. Like, have you guys seen this at all?
Like
Marriage?
wedding, marriage?
Wedding, right.
Yeah.
Wedding, not marriage, wedding.
Hasn't come up with my 6-year-old.
Of course not. Again, not you. I think you were the one that said that you're still not quite in the deaf world, have a lot of association with maybe other deaf adults or adult people who sign. Right? You're still getting into it. So
yeah, like with everyone, the pandemic, all the events have been canceled, and so other than for school interpreters, yeah, they're the best I got, which is pretty good, I should say.
Right. Where we were. Okay, marriage. Mom, parents, single, sister. We already did that one. Spell.
What's work? This? Spell?
Spell, like finger spell to spell. So if someone says spell it, like what's that word? Spell it. Then you would finger spell the word. And then possession, his, hers, mine, yours, theirs, ours.
Show me theirs again, please. Just
There, kind of like if you were going to set up a group, it's
Mhm.
kind of a short little swipe. So not like a full swipe, like it's yours, it's all of your responsibility, which don't use that very much in language, but yeah.
All of y'all's.
All of y'all.
All of y'all.
Also see man or woman. Do you guys know the sign for man and woman? Okay, man,
Oh, no.
boy, fine. So basically man, like a closed hand by your thing down, and then woman. So
So,
Yes.
female, female, male, man, woman.
I need to get that one in. All Elliot knows, everyone is a boy or a girl. See that boy over there fighting that fire.
Yeah, don't worry, they'll grow out of it. Don't worry. It's just like left foot, right foot, and that. Okay, we are on. Okay, so we got 15 minutes. So I'd like to practice doing some of these things from. I like what he did. So what I want you guys to do, what I think would be fun, would be to say maybe, unless you have a lot, like I have a lot. So I'll go with my kids. You can choose either children or brother or sister, whichever you have less of, so that you can have a finger spell a lot of things. Oh, before we do this, we got to get one more thing. You guys know numbers. Do you know 1 through 10?
Yeah.
1 through 10, thumbs up. You know how to sign 1 through 10?
I'm- My 1 through 5 are wrong. Once you get to
Okay.
6, I'm good.
So 1, 2, and then, right? 3. Remember 3 thumb,
3 thumb. Okay.
not like this. 'Cause
Yeah, that's
we're 6.
Elliot came home from our first day of class and comes up to me and goes, he's so
You did it wrong.
I'm telling him about
His new number.
3. You taught me. Yes. He comes up just so angry. Mom, you've been teaching me wrong.
3.
It just like my hand it hurts. Like I cannot get that right.
Then 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you guys know the rest of the numbers to 20?
11, right?
Flip your hand.
Okay.
11,
12.
12, 13, put the thumb out, wave. Thumb back in, 14. Thumb back out, 15.
15.
16 is a combination of 10 and 6. So I've seen this for 16 and I've seen shake.
Yeah.
We do either.
Shake. Yeah.
16, 17, 18, 19.
20.
And then 20, 21 is because it's 21, 21, 21. This is the base for the 20 numbers. 21.
Okay.
All the double numbers are just bounced or mostly bounced. 22. 23, and then they wiggle this finger. 23.
It's 20.
4.
Mm.
4. Don't worry, I'm going fast on this and we can go back and review. I'm going to 25, and they wiggle this one. This is the short version. So 25, and this will be practicing it. So if you get the idea, you can just go back and practice. 26, 27, thumb out,
7.
8, 29, 30. So all of the numbers, for all the 0 numbers are 3, close, 4, close to 0, 5, close to 0, 6, close to 0. So you're just doing the first number and then the second number.
Except
Number between 31 and 99 is the first number, and then the second number. 66, all the doubles. 20, sorry, I can't do that one. 34, 57, it's just. So if you basically know 1 through 20 pretty solid, the rest of them are just first number, second number. And And the only one that's different is 100, which is 1C. And then it gets a little bit more, other complicated. But like any of the other numbers between 100 and 1,000 are just 135. It's just the first, each number, basically signing each number.
The 20 is throwing me off because I just
21.
remember
Because it's 2 base to
27.
0. 2 base to 0.
Remember we used to teach you 21 with a gun?
That's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. Like you got to be 21 to have a gun.
But then
20
I
blackbirds in a pie.
is being to whatever 2, 8, 2, 9. So the finger gun keeping it is throwing me off. 20, 25, 26. Yeah, the finger gun is throwing me off.
So good thing to good one to practice. I think you can probably look at all the numbers and go back and see. I know he said to make sure that 6 through 10 at least for this lesson, because they're talking about ages of siblings or children, and they're talking about how many you have, how many children you have, right? I have 4. So then I want you to say my daughter, her name is Jessica. She's 20. His name is, I'm doing it fast, but that's okay, Owen. He's 18. Our son, Benjamin, he's 16. And my last son, Stephen, is 14. So that's what I want you guys to do. I want you to use your hands. This is how you show order of siblings or children, right? Oldest to youngest. And then you say their name and their age. So you can pick, and you say, I have. So I'm going to ask you, how many children do you have? Or how many brothers and sisters do you have? And then you're going to sign. So whichever one you want to do. So just tell me, and then I'll ask you the question, and you respond. So, sorry. Let's go with, and now I'm forgetting. Jessica. Duh, that's the one I shouldn't forget. Jessica.
So you're asking me, right?
Yep. Do you
What
want to do brothers? Do you want to do siblings? So that's the same for siblings, brother, sister. Or do you want to do children? Children? Okay.
Kids.
Uh-huh.
So when I do the number, I'm starting over here.
Use your left hand. Yep. You're going to use your right hand. You're going to point, and then you're going to say a son or a daughter, whether they're a son or a daughter, and then say their name and then their age. Uh-huh.
Oh, no plural. So 3 daughters.
Okay. Right hand.
Yeah.
Jenny's left-handed, so.
Yeah.
Oh, you can sign left-handed. Okay. Let me make that distinction.
Well,
Okay.
I was trying to, and that's what was throwing me off. Is
Okay. You have signs are 2 hands, of course, a base hand and an action hand.
yeah.
If you are a dominant left hand user, your sign is your left hand is your action hand and your right hand is your base hand. So for us and I'm sorry that this is the opposite, but this is my right hand. I'm a right-hander, so I'm doing all of my actions. This one's the one that's moving, and this is the one that's the base hand. So so you're going to do the opposite. That's fine. You're going to move your left hand is going to point, and your right hand is going to. Yeah. It's backwards on my screen, so it's confusing me too. So do it however you're going to do it with your left hand. So you're going to finger spell with your left hand. You're going to move.
Well, I was trying not to, and that's why I was getting mixed up because I'm not sure which hand I'm counting on and which hand I'm moving to.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you were taught not to, but there are left-handed interpreters and left-handed deaf people. So yep, it's all good.
My 7-year-old left-handed. So okay, so I count on one hand and I spell on the other. So
nope. Same. Oh yeah, you're gonna whatever is doing the finger spelling. That's also going to be the one that does the age and the majority of the signing. Your right hand is the one that's going to be your definer when you're pointing.
Okay.
Your
So left hand, first daughter.
Yep. And then you sign daughter. Is 7. Yep. Perfect.
Hey.
Jenny. Okay.
The left and the right. Yeah.
How old is Jenny?
Oh, he is 7.
She said 7.
Sorry, how old is Abby?
Abby,
4.
4. Ginger, how do you say months?
This is a sign for month. You take, sorry, for you, it's the opposite. You take your left hand and you run it down the back of your right finger.
I'm just totally getting mixed up with my left and right. Okay. Ginger, 6 months.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. 3 girls.
Nice. Okay, Krista, you gonna do siblings or children?
Children, because they're less.
Okay. Yes, exactly.
So I have 1. Now I've already forgotten what I'm. Child.
Daughter, son. Yep.
Daughter.
Uh-huh.
See, now I'm doing. See, I'm confused
Yeah,
now.
right?
Right hand. There you go. Elliot.
Okay.
Nice. Perfect. I like how you added the sign name, which that's appropriate if you're you have deaf children or whatever, or
Mhm.
do sign names.
Okay. So I have 3. Well, actually, I'm going to have 2 children, girls. First one.
Uh-huh. Okay. What's her name?
Oh,
Happy birthday, Jessica.
Hey, sign that.
Told us already.
happy birthday,
Birthday.
Jessica.
Birthday. I've seen this one. This is Pennsylvania. Birthday. So this one is the most
Many different ways, yeah.
Yeah.
mouth
And then
mouth to breast, basically breastfeeding. I don't know. Right.
I've been just doing the middle finger tapping your chest for birthday. But I've
Interesting.
seen from the Hugh Crest sign club in their elementary. I learned it from one of those kids.
Oh, okay.
Always check. Sorry to interrupt.
Second.
Uh-huh.
She's 23, Jess.
Yeah.
23. Not 24 yet, right? Okay.
Say her name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she spelled it. Yeah.
Her name's signed with.
Hannah. Oh, okay. And you said you have 3? Did I
I
miss?
started to say 3. I was just going to do the 2. I don't want to do all 4.
So Jeff.
Two step kids. And I don't know.
You only have 2 kids now.
I have a lot of step and half siblings. It's a very complicated family.
We're just going to stick with the 2, right?
Okay. Are you finished then?
Yeah.
Okay. Ellie.
Okay, I'll do children.
Okay.
So. Oh wait, no, sorry.
Yep.
Uh,
One year. This is a sign for year. The earth goes around the sun.
Oh, mine.
Okay, we got a few minutes left. So good job, guys. So your homework for this week, between this week and next week, I want you to watch the video if you can, so you can review the signs. And then you can pick, if you want to go through all of the practice ones, you can just practice signing. You should have most of the signs for all of those sentences. So he puts those sentences together based off of the list. So there shouldn't be any new words in there that you don't know.
Neat.
Last week, meet. Remember we did nice to meet you?
Yeah.
We talked about that. Nice to meet you. So hello, hi, my name is da da da. Nice to meet you. How are you? Or how are you, right?
I was looking at the bottom of the lesson.
Good and fine. Did we do that? Did we do answers to the question? Good and fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, go through those questions and practice them. Oh, and remember if you can to practice in front of a mirror because it helps you to see what you're doing. That
Yeah.
you're doing it correctly. You'll see position. You might think you're doing it in your head, and then you watch yourself, and you're like, "Oh, that's not at all what I thought I was doing."
Yeah.
And it's good facial expression. They talk about questions. Like whenever you ask a question, your eyebrows go up. Like who, what, when, where, why, all the WH questions. Your eyebrows go up, and you can also tilt your head.
Now you
So
said if you're asking who, why, your eyebrows go down, but if you're answering yes or no, you go up. Is that?
what do you mean?
Like if you're asking, who are you? Your eyebrows go down. But if you're asking a yes or no question, your eyebrows go up in the video.
Oh, I think most of them were up though. Like who.
Okay.
This is more like you're confused.
Maybe what and why and how. Maybe
Yeah,
that,
like
the question
why?
mixed up.
Like why?
What? What's she talking about?
Like what? You know. So it's interesting. Watch what he does on the video when they're talking about WH questions and who you know and how to make sure that you can like even say if you want to say what's your name, you can be like, what's your name? So without signing what's your name, you take those two words, but with the facial expression, you're asking a question. So cool little lesson on language there. So that's it. That's all I got for you guys for this week. Thanks for being here. Feel free to I think, did I give you guys my number? My number in the email that I sent out to all of you guys? My phone number? I think I did. I will go back and check, but if I didn't, I'll send it to you guys. You guys can text me with questions if you want. Hey, can you tell me the sign for this? Or, you know, or I can tell you where to go, where to look it up to see it too. You have any questions about the two previous lessons, but he signs almost everything. Everything's on his website. So everything that we've talked about should be on there. It should be on the link or on the video. So have fun. Have a good weekend. Have a good birthday, Jessica. And signing off. Unless you guys had anything.
Thanks so much.
Nope.
You're welcome.
All right. Hi, Ginger. Nana loves you. Nana loves you.
All right. Bye, Mom.
Bye-bye, hon.